I've been brought up to be extremely independent from a really young age. And I'm happy about that, and I appreciate my parents and my family for supporting that independence that I know was difficult for them, because they've told me stories of people yelling at them because they weren't helping me enough. And it was that help but not help that has made me the independent woman that I am. A task that you would do takes me 5 steps that would take you 2 because of just mobility. And then sometimes just reaching, just needing to get it done, I have to do it in a slightly different way that often seems difficult to other people. My parents gave the thought that they wanted to make sure that I would be independent, solely independent after they left, because the reality is I'm going to outlive them. And they wanted to make sure that there'd be no concerns about that. And my disability, that was something that was possible. And I realize that's not the case for everybody. But as long as we do as much as we can to offer that independence to a child growing up with a disability, I think it's the best thing that we can do. And we just believe in them and give them tools and give them time and patience to learn it. I use my feet a lot. My feet are, I really have 4 sets of hands, and the occasional 5 if I use my mouth. And I grab things with my feet. It comes natural to me, especially if I'm doing something, wanting to do something quickly or something that's close to the ground. I have a lot of strength in my legs, and so I'll just grab things with my feet and I'll just do it. I stand on one leg sometimes and grab things and do things like that. That's a short period of time because my balance is way better than it was when I was a child, but it's still not extremely well balanced. But it's definitely improved as I've done all of my exercise in Taekwondo the last few years. I shoes before I put them on, and I can do that with my toes. Okay. I just loop it through. I can tie pretty easily. And then sometimes I will do it when my shoe's on, because that particular shoe slide on is not going to work very well once I've tied it. And what I do is I use my hand and then my lip. Doing laundry, the dryer might be stuck for the door for my hands because my hand's tired that day, or it just is stuck and I have to think about how I'm going to open it. My hand may not be strong enough that particular day, and I'll lay down on the floor and then I'll grab it with my feet on my back and yank it and try not to hit myself in the head at the same time. That's one of a thing that comes to mind as a daily thing that I occasionally have a struggle with that. And simpler things that I do every day too is you have dishes, and I can do it, but sometimes if my knee's bothering me that day, or there's too many dishes and my back hurts because I've been standing over the sink, those kind of things can be problematic. Yes, I have my hook, and that's what I call it. The medical people call it a dressing stick. It started off as a broom one day. My mother grabbed a broom. She had my father chop it up, and it was about 21 inches long. Then they got a metal hanger, and they cut that up until they made a small metal hook, and they drilled a hole into the end of the broom. It's a 21-inch broom they had now, and they shoved it in, and they secured it. And they handed it to me and said, "This is your hook, this is your arm." And that has allowed me to learn to dress myself. I primarily use it for lower body things. And I just have got a finesse where I can use the hook to kind of roll underneath the clothing and push down, or latch onto the clothing and pull it up. And secret to the perseverance. Support. I think the secret is support, because I didn't do this on my own. Yes, I'm very determined, and I think that determination was a personality trait from the point that I entered this world. But it was fostered with a community of people, doctors, nurses, family, parents, cousins, aunts, uncles, who loved me and supported me and protected me, and gave me that time, that patience to grow and figure stuff out.